Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions. I'm your boy, the real Josh T. I'm part of JnJ Tabletop, and this is Rare Drop Roleplay. Welcome to Sunday. Today is Sunday? Right?
That last I checked, yeah.
Today is Sunday?
Today is Sunday, I believe.
So you guys aren't even getting it right.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday is here?
Yeah. So,
okay. Hi YouTube.
Today we're with the same group that we're always with, because why would we ever want to change it? We have Halfling Monk over here. That is my friend, it's Expo. Right next to him is Jay and Jake, the artist formerly known as Obi-Wan Jacoby _TV. And underneath him, we have Master Yoda _I_am. And we have JnJ Tabletop. We have Izzee right next to him. So my friends, how's everybody doing tonight?
I feel like we were sassy before the show started, so I think this is going to be a fun episode.
I just looked at the show notes. And Jake wrote under greetings, I'm Josh from JnJ Tabletop.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, man. It is the last day of February.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. February freaking flew by, though.
We did miss
As
a
it
week.
does.
We did.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Vacation, busy work schedules.
Not
to the
Michael's
beach,
one
which
with
was
busy
nice.
work schedules.
Yeah.
How was the beach?
Beach was nice. Sandy. It was a little windy. We had a couple days of rain, but we were there for a week, so it was good.
I hate the sand.
Here it is.
Rough and it's coarse.
Yep.
Gets everywhere.
Gets everywhere, right? Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Well done.
Oh man. Does anyone have anything they want to shout out before we get things started?
I actually have another article on Mulehorn Gaming just came out. I'm gonna grab the link to it real quick. It's about WandaVision, sorcerers and wizards, and yeah, it's pretty fun.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds Italian and I like it.
It does.
WandaVision.
There'll be no spoilers because that's rude. But if you're up to speed on WandaVision, feel free to go ahead and click on that.
So
once
no
my
spoilers
computer
right now, but there are spoilers in the article.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you and I.
I just wanted to make sure that was perfectly clear for everyone, so no one reads it and skips past the first paragraph that says, "Hey, there's spoilers."
Like, I don't understand. Yeah. So, well, here it is in chat if you're interested in it.
Awesome. Anyone else have anything?
Nothing too crazy. I've been on my channel. I've been doing a playthrough of Undertale. Anyone who's familiar with that, it's been really fun to revisit it. And I've been doing a bunch of voice acting on it, using voice mod to make my voice all fun for different characters and stuff. It's been an absolute blast. So I should be coming back with that tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then another day midweek. So yeah, it's a little fun, kind of chill vibe. That's all I got.
Not to put you on the spot, but to 100% put you on the spot, can you give us an example of just any of the voices that you do for Undertale? Because I will say Undertale it's such a great stream game, and like even for the very small amount of time that I decided to be a streamer, I did Undertale once, and it was really fun to do voices for it, and I know you're excellent at them. So
thank you.
Do you have
I could do I don't have my my voice mod stuff ready for it, but basically I do a Joker voice for one of the main characters, Flowey the Flower.
Nice.
So his thing is,
well, down here, it's kill or be killed.
And that's the Mark Hamill version, which is the real version.
Yeah,
the real version.
So,
someone clip that and send it to Kevin, because
yes, Kevin will appreciate that. Oh my gosh, yes.
That was excellent.
Oh, thank you.
And there's more of that on his stream, so check it out. Twitch.tv/itsevbo. All right, so Michael, Izzee, just partying.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. If you want to check out what other stuff Raredrop has going on, just go to raredrop.co. Check it out. A whole bunch of fun stuff, including another RPG game on Tuesday nights called Reckoning Hour. And then there's also a clip show that they do where they take fun moments from all their shows throughout the week and they throw them all in one little short video. So if you want to see more of us on that, clip some moments from tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like clip that Joker impression. Do it.
That was
Because it'll probably be in the clip show. So we are JnJ Tabletop. We are a YouTube channel / group of people / idea / concept thing, and we like to just teach people how to play RPGs and specifically D&D, and also come out with fun, cool ideas and whatever concepts for you to take and throw in your game and just have some fun with. Or if you want to learn to play the game, we do that too. So you could check out our Twitch at twitch.tv/JnJ Tabletop or youtube.com/JnJ Tabletop. Last week, or I guess the past 2 weeks, we had a good amount of videos for you to choose from. We did melee picks a spell. We did ritual spells. We did surprise, and surprise was Wednesday.
Yeah, that was the one we did this Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. And
didn't see that one coming.
Surprise. Okay.
Okay, still got it.
All right. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I didn't say it was good, but I still got it.
Jake, do you have a lesson for today that you want to?
We do. Yes. Okay, so obviously, if you're gonna play D&D, you have to know how to make a satisfying character. Because if you're gonna invest, especially if you're gonna be in a game like this, right? If you're gonna be in a game that's not just like a one-shot, it's like a longer campaign. You want to make sure that the choice that you pick is going to be something that you're going to enjoy, and that kind of ranges from a whole bunch of different things. So this is going to be an easy one for everybody here today. So what is one thing that you enjoy about your character, and then you kind of use that to make some of the choices when you're actually deciding like your character's build? That, so just like one thing that you enjoy and influences the decisions you make for your character. So this is
Oh,
This is a harder
where we're
question than I
supposed
think
to
you
speak
think it is.
up? Yes. For me, it's probably stealth.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why I picked a rogue. Generally, in most games, I love to pick support characters, and I kind of wanted to go out of my comfort zone a little bit with this character. And I
Okay.
do love sneaking, stealth type characters, and that's why I chose a rogue.
Okay.
And so that's a lot of where the build, came about.
So you would say it's safe to say then that the decisions you made for Mac came out of the concept and the theme that you had in mind for him. So by
Yes.
taking, like, I think you have expertise in stealth, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I do.
So there you go. Okay. Very nice.
Mine would probably be, I mean, I also talked about this in one of the previous weeks, but Echo's decision not to like cut people, basically to stick to bludgeoning was kind of a fun build choice, because it was a handicap that with certain feats and things can really shine. So I'm kind of interested to see how that plays in.
And I love how you took both to marry the two right there. Because the feats that you chose, you took the Crusher feat, and it was because of that decision.
Yes, I will say that might seem like, oh, well, he did that because he wants the Crusher feat, and that would sort of optimize that. But it was actually the other way around, where I was like, I don't think that Echo feels super good about running people through. And then we were looking through all the new feats. You're like, hey, you guys can use the new Unearthed Arcana feats if you want. And I was like, what's this one? Oh, a bludgeoning exclusive feat. Okay. And that makes sense because he focused on nothing but getting really good. It's something that makes sense with the character. It's not just like suddenly you develop this new superpower. It's just like he's been working with nothing but bludgeoning and has now got so good at it that he can like shove people around and, you know, like knock the wind out of people in the right situation, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. So, Izzee, when you were thinking about the concept for Melly, what was and like you came up with that, like, and you've made a bunch of choices, whether her class, the things that she could do, her race, the spells that she's had. What was some of the, like, pick one thing that was kind of like the driving force behind the decisions you made?
Definitely her, like she's young, like she's, I think, the youngest out of the group, so I think her naive personality, and she's also a little bit of a tenderfoot when it comes to things. Like, she really has not been attacking, and she's also a little bit more overconfident in her abilities, which is why up until this point she hadn't taken some of the spells that she could have taken. So I definitely think that's one of my favorite things that fuels her.
Yeah, so, you know, one of the things we did on actually JnJ's Twitch was, it was a second episode. Izzee and I were live, and we just walked through her process of picking a spell for her because she had leveled up. And I actually have a video that I put together, which Command Lesson will link to it. It's just about how to choose spells in D&D 5e. Nia, I know you're in chat, so I would highly recommend that one if you haven't watched it yet. But there's a bunch of principles in that video that I feel like will take all of the elements, because some people will look at like role playing, like ROLE, and role playing like ROLL, like they're against each other. And I don't think they are. I think when you have something that you enjoy, like it's fun, you enjoy the concept, and then you also have options in game that will help you fulfill the concept and the way you visualize your character and the story you want to tell through your character. When you can check off each of those boxes, you're going to have a good time playing the character that you made. And you could start it from one side of that equation to the other, because just like Evan was saying, like, okay, so let's say he wanted the Crusher feat. Cool, because you could end up with Echo the way he makes those decisions from either side, and you end up in the middle where you're checking off every box. So just a few things that I think are really important. You know, fun is a good reason to make some of the choices you make. Character concept and theme. You know, some things like, can you already do something like this already? Like, particularly for a sorcerer, it's really hard because you get such a limited amount of spells to choose from. You kind of have to make sure you're maximizing each one if you want to have that wider reach. And then things like different economies, action economy, concentration economy, spell slot economy, all these things. That video is going to have some concepts in it that'll really help you just kind of get the most out of those choices and have some fun playing D&D. So would highly recommend it.
Yeah. All right. What was that?
Dead air is great, isn't it?
Good night, everybody.
Spotify.
Oh,
Hi,
man.
YouTube.
Hope you're enjoying your drive home from work.
Oh man. I just want to tell you all that I got a text from someone I work with, and they told me that lately I have big mustache energy, and it's difficult to be in my presence.
Yeah, I mean, some of our first videos actually, JnJ will showcase some of that big mustache energy too.
Oh man.
I can't take him seriously when he has that mustache. I'm just throwing that out there.
It'll be gone tomorrow morning. I just wanted to keep it until we recorded tonight. Okay.
Too.
So, last week on Ancient Relic, not last week, 2 weeks ago on Ancient Relics, Hokey Religions, our group After a series of events, they were left for dead, trapped in this old temple thing. They took a rest and mended their wounds from the previous battle, and they started exploring, trying to see what they could find and if they could find a way out. They walked down a very long staircase, made some jokes. Yeah, twice. They explored.
So we can check out a utility closet.
Walked back up the staircase and checked out a closet, but this closet was covered in little tunnels that some sort of creatures have been traveling through, and also a very big tunnel. Mac found some extra candles, so he could just have those Victorian nightcap moments when he sleeps. And then they traveled back down the staircase, continued on a very long way through some caverns underground, and dare I say in the underdark. They found some eggs of some nasty looking creatures, and they made their way across an old bridge. As they started making their way across this bridge, they were attacked by these nasty spider like nasty creatures. I don't even know how to call them. They're just gross. They got sharp talon claw things, and you don't want any part of it. After a battle, the bridge collapsed, and Jake or Vale jumped and teleported across the rest of the way. And they didn't even finish off the last enemy. They just kind of gave him a big FU and walked away down to some sort of temple thing that was glowing up green. And I believe that is exactly where we left off. So as the four of you walk down this little hilly thing and come across the staircase, what would you like to do? And probably pull up Fantasy Grounds, because you could see it that way.
I actually don't see it. Do you guys? I
Yes.
just see something labeled corn.
Yeah.
I
That's
see
it.
it.
Click on it.
But there's like nothing there.
You gotta give it a second to load, most likely.
Okay. All right.
I call it corn, and you'll find out why in a little bit.
Or are you in the top part of the map? Because if you're in the top part of the map, he has that part grayed out.
Fog of War is on.
I see like almost nothing. I will show you what I see.
Well, this is awkward. Yeah, go scroll down, all the way down.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like I know how to do it. It's just not working. I'm gonna close it and maybe reload it again.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you tried turning it off and on.
If you have it open all the way and you shrink it down to like the smaller size, that fixed mine.
Yeah, sometimes with these very large maps, there are problems like that. And I think I should take this moment to say that this map is from Shay and Piku. Is that how we're deciding it's pronounced? Is it Shay?
That sounds right.
Okay, well, I just threw their link in chat. And Jacoby, you still can't see it?
Nope.
Well, this is an issue. I'm gonna exit out on my end and then pop it back up.
Hmm.
Chat, sorry for the technical difficulties. Bear with us.
Izzee, you could just say it. What other arrow? I hit the one up there already that hit the arrow up.
Oh, there should be an arrow pointing down. But if you already hit the down pointing arrow, then it's already like in the smaller mode.
Yeah. So I hit the. Now it's full. Now it's just like vertically full, and it's in the smaller mode.
Yeah, when I hit the when I set it to the smaller mode, I was able to see it. But when I had it full screen, I couldn't.
Oh. I don't know what just happened, but
Oh no, I see all the things.
Ah!
Now I see none of the things.
middle click and drag. I'm not seeing.
On the map itself, not on the window.
I know, but I'm also centering it.
I have been muted this entire time.
You have.
Whoopsie. Right, you're not going to be able to see anything yet. I turned off the mask and turned it back on. Now the bottom section should clear up for you, but you're gonna have to scroll. So
Now my
know what to
fantasy grounds is not responding.
Me neither.
oh no.
Mhm.
Good night, everybody.
This is awesome.
It's been fun.
Hey, you too.
Well, I guess you guys will have to tune in next week to find out what happens on Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions.
Up, I got it. It's back up. But that doesn't help this situation.
Nope.
All right, well, I guess I'll just turn off the mask because it seemed to work. So just
Something made it show up.
don't
yeah.
scroll, but I turned off the mask. So don't scroll up. Go down to the bottom. Jake.
Okay.
Now that he's at the bottom, turn the mask back on. I'm just curious.
I think part of it, Josh, I don't think I had sight around our characters, so like it didn't know that there was something there for us to look at. Can you remove some fog of war near us?
I just gotta wait for it to load for me.
Okay. I'm wondering if that might be it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, give it a second. I did a bigger space. It's because the map is such a large file. Anytime I do anything on it or change anything to it, aside from just moving the tokens,
Yeah.
it takes a couple seconds.
Okay.
Which is the benefit and also disadvantage of a lot of
Well,
this stuff.
One thing I know that happened was Bale had cast Shield and Misty Step in that encounter, and they were different. There
Yeah.
we go.
That took a really long time to show up on your screen.
Yeah.
We might just delete the mask completely because it's going to bog things down big time. But anyway, this is what you see. There is a small little cave section that you've been walking on and a staircase leading into some sort of structure with a green glow coming through it.
Is there any familiarity in the glow, or the construct? Actually, can we tell what might have constructed this structure?
You can. What would you like to roll? Gotta compress the image.
I don't know. Maybe some
That's a
kind of
good
just
call.
intelligence check. I don't think I'd be trained in any of it.
Yeah, just make a straight intelligence then.
15.
It appears to be like it's obviously not natural. The design almost reminds you of I don't think you would know exactly the style of the architecture, but it almost reminds you of places you've been to in maybe Underdark and no, wait a second. Oh boy, I'm getting my lore mixed up. This is a disaster.
Yeah, okay.
In
Malasmir?
where you were from.
Uthodurn.
Uthodurn, thank you.
Gotcha. So this feels like it does have some elven qualities to its construction?
Yeah, like it could have some elven qualities, but it's not exactly like it's not 100% elven, but there are some
Okay.
features, like some little details that you see here and there that kind of
Okay.
remind you of that. Some of the intricacies.
Okay.
Can we tell where the green glow is coming from?
I think Indy's
Or does-
barking, and I'm guessing from inside. I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming from the inside in there. I mean, Vale would probably be able to see that there's some sort of carving in the center that's giving off a green glow, but it looks like it's coming from other places as well.
Okay. I think Vale would just look to make sure everybody is at least aware of what he's doing, and then just start slowly and carefully walking forward. You know, like,
I would follow along with him.
and I would just
And
kind
I
of get
would-
into the middle here and just look.
And I would be looking for traps, especially on the floor as we're walking forward.
Okay, roll a perception check.
That is a 25.
There does not appear to be any traps. You feel like you get a really good look at the area. You're walking very carefully, checking the stone, the tile as you're walking through, and it seems to be fairly safe-ish.
The symbol that's on the floor, does that look familiar at all?
Roll a history check, we'll say.
$13.
You don't know like exactly what it is, but you've definitely seen similar types of images in some of the previous areas that you've been through. Even in the first place that where you found the idol, there was some similar style engravings and carvings and that kind of stuff. And all throughout this cavern, you've seen things that are kind of similar to this.
Okay. And is it the floor itself that's giving off a glow?
The floor itself, and then also these you see these stone like monument type things in each corner of the room.
Okay.
And you could tell they all have glowing features on their face, just giving off this green ominous glow. And
is that like good? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You do also see past the the centerpiece of this room. There are some steps going up, and a gate that is closed.
I think it skipped for a sec, but you said a gate is closed.
Yes, the gate ahead is
Okay.
closed. You have these 4 pillars in the middle of the room. 4 statues, or 3 statues really, in the corners of the room. A large engraving of this beast's monstrosity creature in the center of the room, giving off this green light to it. And at the end, the far north end of the room, it is blocked off by some sort of gate.
Can I inspect one of the statues just to see if it looks like, if I can tell, like, if there's any like physical object in there that's actually glowing, and then also if it looks like anything would be movable on the statues themselves?
Sure, why don't you roll an investigation check?
That is a 10.
So you get right up on it and start like looking through and really inspecting it. You look behind it, check behind the ears, and you see, like, through its mouth, there's this green glow, almost as if, like, there's something inside of it. You would be able to reach through if you wanted to, but I'd say just with a 10 and not like a surface level, just like inspection, you wouldn't know exactly what it is that's giving off this glow.
What about is the one at the? It looks like the thing in the bottom left is it empty or broken, or
Yeah, you
gonna go over
noticed
there
that.
and take a look? Yeah.
Yeah. It would be safe to assume that whatever is on the bottom left was one of the same, something similar to what else was on there, but it's broken. It looks like almost like the top was snapped clean off of it.
Okay.
There is no light coming from it.
Maybe don't walk in between the pillars. If you remember, they were trapped in the place where we found the idol. Just to be safe.
I feel like I already walked in between. I didn't specify not walking, and that's kind of where I moved my character.
Actually, before you, I think almost at the same time you were, or somebody was talking, I was thinking that, so I would have mentioned that, if it matters.
Do you think that Mac walked through the pillars?
I do.
Okay. You hear Vale telling you this, but you know that nothing bad happened to you when you walked through the pillars. Doesn't mean that he's not correct, but
I've been inspecting pretty well as I've been going, and I haven't noticed any form of traps here so far. But that is a good precaution to take. Is Echo and Melly still outside? Is it just me and Vale inside, or have the two of you joined us in here?
Well, Melly will point out to Echo. It seems as though these markings are familiar. It reminds me of the area where we found the idol, and I feel very unsettled.
I have to agree. This looks, at least to me, like another shrine or temple or something. To who or what, I mean, I don't know either, but this is, well, a bit out of the frying pan and into the fire. But if the fire's the only way off the stove, guess that's the way we have to go, huh?
I can't think of another way to get out, so I guess let's press on.
And he'll kind of pat you on the back.
All right, Melly will walk in and see what Mac and Vale are up to.
I'm just looking around.
Have you two found anything of interest?
Not yet. At least I
Not
haven't.
really. I mean, it would appear that there is something glowing inside the statues' mouths on each corner of the room, except for the one over there that appears to be missing. But I don't know what's in there, and I wasn't about to stick my hand in there to find out.
I could try to get it with my mage hand. If we think that's needed.
Until we find out a little bit more, I would try not to disturb anything, just because I know nothing about what this place is even about. And
I agree.
Rather not trigger anything if possible. Is there anything around this gate that would look like could be opened from this side, like any levers, switches, or is it a gate that like goes up, or is it a gate that like opens out that looks like we might be able to like pull it open, or lock or door handle of any type?
So as you kind of inspect it, why don't you do perception for this one?
That is a 17.
There's a very small seam going straight down the middle of it. But aside from that, like it's fairly like smooth rock on there. You take a quick look around, you don't see any sort of device on it or near it that you think would let you open it. It's aside from that seam, it's more like a wall than a door.
I mean, it appears that there's a seam in the middle of this. I want to call it a door, but it would appear to be magically closed of some sort. I glance over at Melly, and I don't know if you might want to try using the wand. I mean, I know that we might get a lot that lights up in here to. Just because it does seem like there'd be a decent bit of magic going on in this type of a place, but it might show us something or alert us to some other area that we don't even know has any magical properties to it.
I think that's a great idea, Mac. All right, let's try it. Meliel, pull out the wand. She's got 2 charges left for the day. So she's gonna go ahead and use one of the charges.
Bear with me one moment.
And that's for detect
Detect.
magic, right?
Yeah.
And that lasts like 10 minutes, correct?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I can read it if you would like. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You sense magic in this way. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Nice. I'm just double checking the class, sorry, or the school.
It's always tricky as a DM. I've been in that
Yeah,
chair
'cause
many times. You're like,
It's never something you have to think about, whereas you're like, okay, this is definitely magical, and then
yeah.
you ask that and you're like, oh, what school is this?
Mhm.
I didn't study at the Arcane College.
It's been a while since I did, so.
Yeah. All right. I would say no. Oh gosh.
Is it homeschool?
Very nice. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. It seems to be the door is abjuration, and the door wall thing. And I guess maybe the other stuff might be too coming from the you see it like almost like pouring out of the mouths of the 3 creature statue things in the corners of the room, and almost on that little centerpiece there as well.
And you said all those were abjuration?
Yeah.
Well, it seems as though it's some sort of protection magic. which is odd because this place doesn't make me feel very safe.
Well, it could be protection from things on the outside, like those purple worms or whatever they were.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I think Vale is starting to just look through to that other room. Just while this is happening.
You see a glow of green coming through the room as well. It's like dimly lit.
The stairs going up or down?
These stairs are going up just a little bit.
Okay. Almost like a landing, like in a way.
Exactly like a landing.
Okay. So he's just gonna... He clears his throat, but more just to let people know he's just taking a step or two in here to draw attention than anything else, really. Just gonna step up here and just look.
I would start to follow him, and I would probably say, well, we probably need to try to look at one of these other ways to see if there's some sort of way farther in or whatnot, since it doesn't appear as if we can open this door. Unless you have something magical that can blow it open.
I was like, I don't.
As you
Okay.
step through...
I was just gonna say, he's just looking around.
Okay. Yeah, as you step through and walk up the landing into this room, you come to a long rectangular room just filled with these caskets. They seem like tomb-like objects with these carvings on top of them. And these carvings are very similar to the ones, the statues outside in the other room. Also with that green glow coming from the face. As you look around, they all look almost identical, and there is one towards the middle of the room on the far side that seems to be broken, and there's no light shining from it.
Is there anything written on the caskets?
There's nothing written.
Okay. I think Vale... Can Vale see into the room continuing in that direction?
Yeah, like the room further to the left?
Yeah, I think he would start to drift into there a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, as you look through this room, just roll me a quick investigation.
Okay. That's pretty good. 18?
Okay. Yeah, as you look into this room, it's almost like a really disorganized and really small library, and there's just these scrolls all packed into these cabinets, these shelves. Like they put as many as they possibly could in there, and they are holding each other in there. Like if you were to pull one out, they'd probably all just like, it's screwed up. Aside from that, you see some bottles on top of the cabinets knocked over, an urn.
Yeah.
There is a skull on the far side of the room, and then also you see a key sitting on a little stool.
Okay. Can I tell what species the skull was?
Roll a
That is-
nature check.
Nature? Okay. Natural 20. All right. Let's see. We're 23.
Yeah, you could tell the species. It is an elvish skull,
Okay.
and it looks old. Real old.
Bit of old magic.
Old medic.
Nelly, is your wand still working? Can you come here?
Yes. I have 10 minutes on it, so. All right. In between the time from like when she gets like here, is there anything that pings in this room? She would slow down to see.
Yeah, each of those caskets all ping abjuration.
Even the broken one?
Not the broken one.
Okay.
Just the ones with the light shining through them.
All right. What did you find?
Val just kind of gestures to the room. I don't know if... I just want to see if there's anything magical here before I go poking around. He just steps off to the side a little bit to let her in.
Is there anything magical?
As you get a closer look into the room, you see there's like broken pieces of stone on the ground, and then also the urn that's sitting atop that shelf on like the top left side. There is also some sort of abjuration coming from there.
So just so I'm understanding, the broken stones have abjuration on them, or just the urn?
No, that they don't. That was just detail that you saw as you walked closer in the room, but the urn does.
Okay. That urn right there on that shelf also has a similar type of magic, but urns are normally, well, I don't know if your culture keeps ashes of deceased ones in there, but I'm not sure what's going to be inside of that. And
Sometimes elves have been known to do that, usually for people of great accomplishment. It's something that you need to earn. And he just looks to see if Melly is like... just how Melly would react to that.
Phil looks directly at the camera.
With the Jim from The Office, like...
You hear from 2 rooms away.
Yes.
Boo!
oh, Val, you always know how to lighten the mood.
Yes, that's what I do. He just laughs. All right. I'm looking for it. Is there any? You said there's a ton of papers or scrolls specifically. They're scrolls. Josh.
Yeah, it's just rolled up paper.
Does anything look like more easily readable than, say, anything else, or they're all stuffed in this one little thing?
They're all kind of stuffed into the thing.
Okay.
And I will also say that none of them, Melly's not picking up anything from any of them.
Yeah.
Catch my drift.
Mm-hmm. I would like to take one of these scrolls and just see what it says. And so he looks like he's going to reach for one, but he just kind of looks over at you to whether you want to stay there, whether you approve or disapprove. Kind of like this is your chance.
Melly will stay right there.
Yeah.
She'll watch.
So he does his best Jenga and tries to gingerly take one out and just read it. If he can.
Roll a sleight of hand.
I think I'm good at those. I am. Which is good because I rolled a 9, but it's a 16.
Yeah, you're able to find one that you think you could get out fairly easily, and you're able to pull it out without damaging it.
Okay.
As you, safe to assume you open it up.
Oh yeah. He's Val.
As you go to open it up. No, I'm just kidding. As you go to open it up, there's nothing written on there. You don't see anything written on it. Appears to be blank.
Val just shows Melly. Kind of shrugs.
That's odd.
Should I try another one? He goes to try another one.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I will say, if it looks like at any point one of the ones that he's pulling out is gonna make another one fall, Melly will kind of do that, like, okay, like I'm gonna hold these ones in place for you.
Yeah. I got an 18 on this one.
Yeah.
Andy wants to play bad. He really wants to play.
Yeah, you're able to. You're able to pull it out.
Val just kind of looks at Melly like, all right, we're pretty good at this, aren't we? And just RP a little bit to give Josh a moment.
As you open it, there's nothing written on this one as well. It is completely blank, and it looks old.
You said that urn is magical, but nothing from the key, huh?
Mm-mm.
Alright. Val's gonna cast Mage Hand and pick up the key with it.
You're able to do so as your spectral hand grabs
Right.
this key and it
Have the key.
floats.
Alright. He just puts it in his pocket.
What are you doing?
I don't understand why they would keep all these scrolls and they're blank. I mean, I know we only checked 2, and I don't really have the stomach to check another one. I'm worried that they're all just gonna come toppling down. As skilled as you were at removing them.
It'll happen at some point.
Yes, but it's so odd that there's nothing there. What's the point in keeping a blank scroll?
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of writing that's on it that only someone else can read. I don't know. It's not magical. I'm not sure.
Well,
And there's this skull over here belonged to one of my kinsmen. But as you can see, it's quite old.
oh. Why? I don't understand why someone would keep something like that. Although this whole place, I guess, is kind of that, feeling.
Yes. Very strange, indeed. I'm tempted to open the urn, but maybe let's just get a bit more of a scope of everything before we...
We could also explore a little bit more.
Exactly.
Before, yeah, just in case. I know nothing happened when we removed the box.
Mm-hmm.
It would be unfortunate if we got this far and removed something and then we all died.
I have to say I agree. It's so final.
Yes. Yep. With that, Melly's gonna walk back in this direction.
Val will follow and see what Mac's up to when he gets to here.
What were Mac and Echo doing? that
So
whole
I
time?
was using one of the candles to look in the casket that was open. One of my new candles, by the way. You're muted. And
Sorry, Indy's being extra today, so I'm constantly clicking
understand.
that mute button. Yeah, so as you take your new candle and inspect the ruins of this, you see that like its face is kind of like cracked in half, and down, like you're able to look down, and almost like in the chest area, like towards the center, there's like a slot, if you will, like where something could be put.
Now, is this actually like on the top of it or actually inside of it?
It's like inside of it. Like the only reason you're able to see it is because it's like it's broken down so much that you are able to kind of look through.
And would it appear to be an elf or some other twisted creature?
Oh, there's no like body or anything inside of it. That's part of, like the
okay.
statue thing on top. Aside from that, it looks empty.
Hmm. Is that a chest in the bottom corner, and would I notice that, or is that not actually something that's a part of the real world?
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
That is a 24.
There appears to be some sort of chest, small one, hiding out in the bottom right corner, behind one of the caskets. Really, the only reason you could tell that it's there is that you see that all the other ones kind of line the walls, and that last casket is a little offset, like there's something behind it.
So can I climb over this casket to get a good look at the chest?
Sure. You're gonna like get on top of it?
Yes. And if there's space for me to hop down behind it, I will.
Let's say you're a halfling. There's probably space, but before you do that, why don't you make like as you touch the casket, why don't you make a Constitution saving throw? Just kidding.
Oh.
You're good. Yeah, you're able to hop across it.
Is the chest locked?
It does appear to be locked.
Can I try to unlock it?
Sure. Yeah, roll sleight of hand. Or roll thieves' tools.
That is a 21.
Yeah. You're able to look through, and it appears to be like a pretty complex lock. Like you haven't seen, you don't see handiwork like that all the time. It's one that you appreciate as we'll call you a locksmith, if you will. But you're able to unlock it. Would you like to open it?
Can I check it for, does it appear to be trapped at all?
We'll say no, it does not appear to be trapped.
Okay, then yes, I would like to open it.
All right. The hesitation was like, did I make him roll already about this kind of thing? That's where it came from. I don't want to make you guys roll all the time for no reason. Yeah, so you open it up, and there's just a layer of just gold right on top. And there are Evan, roll me a d10.
I don't like this.
And Izzee, roll me a d20.
6.
And Michael, if you could roll me a d4. And Jake, roll me a d6.
I got a 19.
I got a 2.
I was muted. I got a 5.
Okay. So in this chest, you find 30 gold pieces and 2 diamonds.
How heavy is gold? Like, how much space would these 30 gold pieces take up?
there's an actual thing for that. I think it's like £1 per 10 pieces, something like that. But
Okay, the gold I'm going to scoop into my coin pouch in my bag, and I would like to do that quietly if possible. I don't want to make it sound like I'm clinking money over here.
To be fair, Vale would be curious as to what's going on, so depending on all the timing and all the moving parts,
this
just
was happening
saying.
while you guys were exploring the other room.
Yep, okay, I'm just saying. Whatever your timing makes sense to you.
I'm just trying to find the weight of coins.
Man, bear, pig, 50 coins per pound.
50 coins per pound. There you go. That works. So why don't you make a stealth check? And Jake, roll perception at disadvantage.
Okay.
That is a 23 for the stealth.
You good? I was gonna say I got like 13 or something.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what Echo is doing. Is Echo anywhere near that area, or are you just kind of hanging out in that middle room?
No, Echo's checking out the engraving in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And assuming that nothing happened when he first, like, he probably tentatively tapped his foot on like the edge of the circle as he was seeing. Is that kind of electrical glow flowing through it?
It is, and it's almost like moving.
Yeah,
Throughout.
that's what I was imagining, because that's the way it looks in the very well drawn map. But he would kind of tentatively touch his foot. When he does that, does anything, like, does he get shocked? Does he feel anything weird?
You don't get shocked, but it's almost like the color in the glow like reacts to your step as you tap it. It just kind of like, and just kind of like there are some, we'll call it sparks because I don't know what else to call it, but there's just color that kind of like shoots away from your footstep as you step on it.
Yeah, I think after that he just starts looking at it. And this is something I wanted to ask earlier, but I think it makes more sense for this to come up now. So the thing in the carving, it looks like some kind of like horned beast like that, almost like a bull. And do the statues look the same? Because I don't think we actually talked about their visual description besides that they're a statue.
Yes, they do appear to be some sort of horned beast.
All right, so he just, I think all he's really doing is he's checking it out, and then weirdly, if he sees like dirt in some of the like inscription, I guess, engraving, he just starts like kind of cleaning out some of the bits. Not really sure why.
Okay.
He's just kind of curious about the whole thing, and he's like, this is weirdly calming. Like, I think that's probably what it is after hearing that all this is like protection, he doesn't take that as like, this is an alarm. He's just like, well, somebody wanted to keep this safe. Interesting. So he's just, messing around with the thing and cleaning it out and enjoying the reactive light, and that's really all he's doing.
Okay, awesome. Michael, you're able to pocket all those coins, and
You said how many diamonds were there?
3? 2.
Okay.
Sorry.
2.
I thought he said 3.
It was 5. I'm pretty sure it was 5. So I kind of stick my head up over the casket if I'm tall enough. I'm not exactly sure how tall the caskets are. But after I slide the gold into my pouch, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I found some diamonds here in this chest." And was there anything else in the chest, or just the gold and diamonds?
Just the currency.
Okay.
Oh, really? Actually, found a key in the other room.
Oh, well.
Not that you need them very often, but
Hey,
might have gone there. It's in my pocket if we need it.
I don't know. So I kind of like hold them up to him. How big are they?
The diamonds? They're actually kind of small. They're like, I don't know, probably say like the size of these dice.
Okay.
It's here, double D6s.
Double D6s. So that's sorry. So then
Giggity.
I show Vale the 2 diamonds that I found.
Oh, very nice.
And then this casket over here was broken open, but there doesn't appear to be anything in it other than this little slot right here. And I show him the slot in the casket.
Interesting. And I just step up here and I point at the desk over there and just say, I found the key right next to that urn, but Melly said it was magical, so we didn't touch it yet.
Does that urn look like it would fit into that slot in the casket?
The urn itself looks a little too large to fit inside the casket. I mean, maybe it could, but it would be like a really tight squeeze.
And there were these scrolls in here, and I took a couple of them, opened them up, and they seem like they're blank. See what Echo is up to.
Melly, you're the first one to see it, but as you walk out into that main room, you see Echo just kind of like brushing off dirt from the insides of the engraving. And you watch as like the green light kind of dances around his touch.
If Echo doesn't notice Melly will just stand there, like off to the side, and like quietly just watch him doing his thing, and just feel like, oh, like it's like a peaceful scene.
Okay. After a moment of that, the boys come in as well behind.
I think Vale would be a little bit somewhat surprised. What you got? What you doing over there, Echo?
Oh, I don't really know. There's something, I don't know, oddly serene about this. And this place has seen better days, and probably should find out who this is for before cleaning it up, but I don't know. There's just something about seeing a holy place or unholy place. Not entirely sure.
I'm not sure either.
No.
Well, and he stands up and dusts off his jacket kind of thing, his waistcoat.
And as I see like Vale just going into the other room, I just kind of like glance back at the urn, and I'm like, wait, there's a magical urn over there, and we're just gonna leave it there. We're not taking it or opening it or nothing.
For now. Just figured we'd look at the other room first. Do you disagree?
I just kind of walk in. And then I go, hey Melly, if you want to put these in the bag of holding, and I hand over the 2 diamonds to her. I found them in a chest back in that other room.
Oh, wow. These might come in handy, although I hope not. She'll kind of say that second part under her breath, and she'll put them in the bag of holding.
Is it loud enough for me to hear it?
The first part where she said that these might come in handy, and then the under her breath part was kind of just to herself.
Okay.
Well, I think Vale would just start walking to the other side of the room unless anybody else was doing something.
I would follow.
Echo will
Wait,
join you on this one.
Did Vale walk in between the pillars?
He did after he saw Echo.
I'm just kidding.
Melly's gonna walk around the
Don't split
Just
the
be-
pole.
just because Echo is cleaning it off, so she doesn't want to put
Ah,
the
so
dirt.
now you're making Val that guy. Okay.
Yep.
He already is that guy. he'll
Um,
just take a step in and
Ellie, as you walk around it, roll a quick perception check.
That's an 8.
Continue on.
I used my 19 for that roll that you had me do.
yes,
So it's,
Val just steps in.
Sure. Yeah. As you step up the landing into this room, it's another similar layout, long rectangular room. This one it has one of those coffins right at the top side of the room, but the rest of it is just filled with rubble, broken rocks, and there's a doorway on the bottom with a faint green glow coming from it, and another doorway across the room, also just covered in rubble. Excuse me. Oh no, Mike.
This room has seen better days, I think. He just peers
my.
into this room. Just step into it too.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of really, it's like a struggle kind of getting through that because there's so much just broken rocks and just garbage all over the place. In the room there are bones scattered across the floor, some broken barrels and boxes and broken rocks, and you see two more statues, these two similar to the ones in the other room, but almost like they're like really faded and beat up, and there's no glow coming through them. Also, this is actually be very difficult for you to see this because you don't have dark vision, right?
No, I do.
Oh, you do. Never mind. Yeah, you see it.
Yeah, it would be dim light for him if there's no light at all. And no color, I guess. Is that another chest in the corner? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, any room that we enter where it's like hard to see, Melly's just gonna take out the torch, cast light on it, and hold it up.
Mac is still holding his candle for his 5 feet of vision.
Phil, make a perception check.
I think that's a 19. Let me just confirm. Yeah, 19.
Right above you, there is an empty chest, and to the other far corner of the room, you see through some rubble there appears to be a chest that also seems intact.
Okay. Am I able to reach it? If I were to.
Sure. Yeah, you just have to move like a couple things out of the way, but you can reach it.
I pretty much do all that stuff with the mage hand if possible. If it's too heavy, though, I'll get in there.
Okay. No, you can do that.
And then I would take the chest out.
Take the chest, like you're pulling the chest out?
Yeah, like how big is it?
Out
Is
of
it
the
like
room?
this? Is it small like the other one, or?
It is fairly small like the other one. How much can Mage Hand carry?
10 pounds.
Don't think Mage Hand would be able to carry the whole chest because it's very sturdy wooden design with some weight in the inside of it too.
All right. Val would check for traps.
All right, yeah, make a perception check. Well, what are you checking for traps?
The chest.
Like the around the chest, the inside, all of it.
The chest, if it's trapped. I
All
don't
right,
know.
investigation.
That's a 17.
Okay, it does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Then I just pick it up and try to bring it back out to the main area here.
Okay, yeah, you're able to do that.
And another one here. Val takes out the key and just sees if it works. I don't think it's trapped either.
Take the key, and it does not appear to fit.
We might need your expertise again, my friend.
Does it appear to be a lock that I can pick?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to try to pick it.
Go for it. Thieves' tools.
That is a 24.
Yeah, it's like easy peas. You might as well have had the key in your hand. You just pop that thing open. As the key opens up top, everybody roll me a d20.
7.
Oh, there's my nat 20 for the night.
14.
18.
Okay. You find there's like a ton of gold sitting in this one. Like, Mac, you would recognize that it is even more gold than was in the last one. And I'll tell you exactly how much in one moment. 102 gold pieces sitting in there.
Anything else or just the gold?
Roll investigation as you sift through it.
I'll help him sift through.
You could roll investigation too.
Okay. 15
Natural
for me.
28, baby. 23. Bullseye.
Yeah, Vale goes through and he finds one of the old Mole Smear coins sitting inside.
Oh, look at this.
And also you find 2 emeralds and a large ruby.
Oh. Hang on 1 second. I'm just gonna do my own little roll to see. Okay.
What?
Just to see if I would act on something or not. I'll just kind of, oh look, there's gems and gold in this one. And he looks at Mac.
Hey, Melly, do you want to put this into the bag of holding?
Uh-huh. I'll keep this one here. And he takes the Malasmir coin.
Sure. Mela, come over. She's just gonna hold open the bag of holding. Do you want to just shovel it in?
Should we put the whole chest in there, or do we just want to dump the coins in?
Well, I feel like at some point this will have a limit, so probably just the coins.
And so we dump the coins and the gems into the bag of holding.
Okay. Izzee, are you writing that down or no?
What was the amount? It was 100 and what? 3?
102.
2. And then I
Mhm.
have the emeralds and the ruby.
2 rubies, yeah. 2 rubies and 2 emeralds?
One emerald. No, 2
One large
emeralds.
emerald. Wait. Oh,
It was
guys
2
remember
emeralds and a ruby.
It was 3 diamonds, there were 4 emeralds, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yes, exactly.
And 5 golden.
There we go.
And Sonic the Hedgehog.
So,
He's
in there
everything
too.
good.
yeah, and his baby as well.
All right, so I'm gonna just start. I think Val would just start moving down to the other room and see what he sees inside.
Sure. Yeah, there is another coffin, kind of just sitting in the middle of the room with a green glow, and there's like a little case next to it that's just completely empty. Not case, like almost like another bookshelf type thing, but there's nothing in it.
Just for fun, Val just takes his mage hand and just kind of goes like this on one of the shelves.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
see
touch
your
anything.
spectral-
Doesn't touch anything, but just
Yeah, the spectral hand just kind of across, and like just the wind that it makes, or the little, I don't know, whatever. There's a puff of dust that comes off the top of the bookshelf, or just the shelf, I guess.
all right. Should we explore anything else in here?
Well, we still have the problem of not being able to go any further.
All right.
Was-
Well, have we earned another look?
Are you making a dad joke, Evan?
I just put my head down and I just walked back into the main room.
It felt bad while I was saying it.
Never been more proud, Echo.
Ugh, got a bad taste in my mouth.
That might have just been the dust.
Speaking of urns, well, so we have this magical urn. We've got these glowing skulls. Vale just absentmindedly takes a look at that. Is it like the other one that you described to Mac? That something might be in his mouth? Is that what you said?
Yeah, as you take a closer look, you see that there's like an open mouth with these fanged teeth, and these just, I mean, it's not like you're going to cut yourself on them, but you know that it is meant to portray like a very sharp teeth, that kind of thing.
Like a predator,
and
yeah.
there's, yeah, and there's a green glow coming from down in the bowels.
Aye. I could use my mage hand and try and see what that is, or we could pick up the urn and investigate that room.
Go for it with your mage hand. And I kind of just like slip my dagger into my hand.
All right. Vale just tries to put the mage hand in there, and Vale definitely makes sure he's in front and tries to see if he can find whatever's doing that glow and move it or grab it.
Okay. Yeah, as you go in with the mage hand, you kind of look around, and it's able to find purchase on some sort of solid like object deep within, and as the mage hand grabs hold of it, the centerpiece of the room, the engraving in the center of the room, everything goes dark on it except for the top right quarter of it, top right quadrant, if you will.
Okay.
And that shines green. The green in that statue's mouth gets a little bit brighter, and the mouth actually closes onto the mage hand. Not in like a I'm gonna cut your mage hand off kind of way, but in a kind of like it's in there, you know, like that's, I mean, I guess a mage hand is probably not going to be held in place in general,
I could always just cancel it, but
due to the nature of it, but like its goal of the mouth closing is to hold that hand in place.
interesting. Vale cancels the mage hand. Does anything change?
As you cancel the mage hand, the mouth opens, the glow gets dimmer from the statue, and the glow of the regular engraving in that room just kind of goes back to how it normally was, just kind of dancing around that floor.
Oh boy. All right. I suspect we would need to light up this entire rune in the middle before everything opens up. But there is only 3 of what would appear to be 4 statues. These caskets.
How? So you said that the glow up in that. So when he pulled that that thing and the mouth closed, the glow on the symbol in the middle was less so on that one side in the upper right corner of it, or it was only glowing up in that corner of it?
Only glowing up in that corner of it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yep. That implies we all need to get ready and...
I got tiny
Kinda.
arms, baby. I ain't doing anything.
That's what I'm saying. This is, okay. Well, is there anything... These caskets have this glow to them, too. Let's go back and take a look at that broken one. That's what Vale's doing. Perhaps we need to secure another one.
The statues that are in that room, each of them have 3 glowing stones, or is it 4? Because there's one on the forehead, it looks like, and then 2 in the eyes, and then there's
So-
1 in the mouth.
It's those are actually just openings, and the glow is coming from within.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry if I did not explain that before.
You might have, and I might have just missed it.
If I did, it was poorly. So
Suspect we need to take that urn.
just from deep, from deep within the cavern, you hear just hear like a little.
And this is from where we came from.
From from where
The
you came
entrance
from.
to this, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I'm still in the in that central room. I'm assuming I would have heard that as well.
Yeah, you all hear it.
Echo would pretty much immediately
Yeah,
post up.
yeah. Vale
It
would
doesn't
follow.
sound like it's like close or anything. It just you hear.
But he's now making a point to just
Yeah,
to just watch out there.
sure.
Okay. Vale just has Isla perch on Echo's shoulder for another set of eyes. Melly, I think we need to take that now.
All right.
Um,
All right.
Vale just moves past her.
Oh, Oh
Good
no,
s-
Melly's gonna go to pick it up herself.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
Yep. She's gonna slowly reach out and she's just gonna touch it. She's not gonna pick it up to see if anything happens.
Okay. There's like a very, very slight warmth to it.
Melly will pick it up.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Nope. Your hand feels slightly warm.
Okay. All right. Melly's gonna like hold it like directly in front of her with her arms completely stretched out. Yep.
Is it all right? What's happening?
No, nothing. It's just it's a little warm, not unpleasant. But you know, you never know. Bugs and stuff.
Vale casts Mage Hand and just holds it out, like if you want to give it to him.
No, it's okay. I got this.
All right.
So Melly will walk out, and you think it's okay to just place it? Is there like a flat spot, like a pedestal where she could set it down on, or is it like a broken statue, or is it floor?
It's a broken statue. Comes up about like probably maybe a little bit less than half the height that the other ones are at. And it's not exactly flat. It is fairly smooth. Like it was a pretty clean break, but it's more of at like an angle.
Okay. Well, Melly will just like hold it, like the flat bottom of the flat part of the urn onto the flat part of the statue. She won't let it go, but she'll just hold it on there to see if the carving does the same thing as the mage hand when the mage hand touched the stone.
Mm-hmm. Nothing appears to happen.
We might need one of whatever's making the glow on one of those caskets.
So should I put this back?
I'm making this up as I go, just as you are.
What's inside of it?
I was thinking the ashes of a dead person, but I didn't open it.
Is it still sitting on the pedestal, or is it still is it in your hands?
Oh, it's in her hands. She was holding it down onto where the statue is cut. And after Max said that, she's gonna grab the top of it. Will it come off? Or does it like twist?
How do you try to take it off?
She'll just try and like pull it directly up.
It feels kind of tight for a second, like it doesn't want to come out, and then it just comes off, like you're Winnie the Pooh taking the jar off the honey pot. And as you open it from the seams, you see a green glow come through it. Are you looking inside of it, or are you kind of like?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not looking in it yet, but like,
Okay.
Because I didn't want any dust. She's assuming that there's like ashes in there, so if it's clear and like nothing poofs out, she'll like tip it towards her face.
Okay. Yeah, as you tip it towards your face, there's some sort of powder dust inside, and all of it is glowing green.
That's interesting. So I think it's the stones ground up. Does anyone else want to look? She'll kind of like show everybody.
Well, look.
As Vel's looking in, she'll go, ah!
Like with the intention of scaring him?
Yes.
Roll deception.
Okay.
And am I doing insight to oppose?
What's your passive insight?
Passive. Oh, good call. 14.
All right, hold on a second. Deception. It's up here. 23.
All right, so he's just like, don't. I guess I deserve that. Well done.
So I'm not sure if, so with the other one, you need to have your hand on it. But
Could probably do 2. I could physically do 1.
I wonder if it makes more sense to have the mage hand hold the dust onto the statue.
Perhaps.
We could try that to see if it has any effect first.
How tall is
before
the mouth
rest
of these
us put our
statues?
hand.
How tall is the mouth of the statues?
Yeah, like is it something that the halflings would have to stack to make work? Or
they're it's probably like a solid 3.5, 4 feet high.
okay. You can also climb on it, I guess, but okay. We could try doing the 3 that are here and then just see what happens, but I do imagine this is going to be involved in some way.
Melly's gonna look around. Echo, is everything okay?
You heard that, right?
Yes.
The extremely creepy clicking sounds?
I think the same creatures that we dealt with before.
I think speed might be important here.
I'm
So-
going to keep watching. I think, well, there's only one way they could be coming from, I think.
I hope.
Has anyone noticed any of the tunnels that they were making in the areas that we've seen so far?
I have not. I'm going to start testing some things. And Vale just comes up here, does the mage hand on this statue like he did on the other one.
Yeah. So as the mage hand goes in, it finds purchase on something within the statue, and the mouth closes on the mage hand, and it kind of glows a little bit brighter, and that engraving in the center of the room, the top left portion of it, is now lit up green, and the rest of it is dark.
Alright, Vale is then going to walk across the room to the one he started with. While. Oh, hang on. 6. Alright, he lets the mage hand go there. He does the mage hand on the top right one, because he can't do those 2 by himself. So he does he lets the top left one go, he starts the top right one, and then he moves to the bottom right one.
Okay. Top left one, mouth opens, dims a little bit, the whole thing turns, starts doing this little dancing electric thing again. You do the top right one, mouth closes on the mage hand, gets a little bit greener. The top right section of the engraving is lit up green, the rest of it dark. You go down to the bottom right one, you stick your hand in there, take a deep breath.
He does it.
And grab something in within, and it's this weird, like almost like an electric pulse that you kind of feel from it, and it's like this hard thing that's also like it's almost like feels goopy if I had to give it a description as well. And the mouth closes down on your arm. Not violently, but you are not able to move your arm from there.
Okay. He lets
You're
lets it go.
stuck in there. Huh?
He lets it go. He's still stuck.
You're still stuck.
Okay. Well, as I thought might happen.
Your hand is kind of like glued to this thing at this moment.
Elder says, so? I'm stuck.
And the right section is glowing green, and the left section is dark.
I think we need to get the other two ready to go.
Did you say you're stuck?
As I
Yes.
turns around.
We don't know how to get this one in the bottom corner, though.
Oh, gods.
We've got to move. I don't want to be here when those things show up. I might have to
do
now.
we have to move? Oh, do we have to move?
Well, I can't do anything else right now.
I think we know now why this statue was broken.
So at this point, I am going to, as long as Melly doesn't like yank it away from me, I'm going to try to take the urn from her. Here, let me try something.
Echo, make a perception check.
Perception?
Echo.
You got it. You know what? Let's use the oh no.
Should Isla also?
Oh,
Yeah, Isla could make one.
that would be. If I could remember what my perception is. That's a 17.
An 18 for Isla.
Right. You see in the distance, there's one, just one of those creatures that you saw on the bridge, just making its way over down here.
Oh, fantastic.
It's not running. It's like walking, and you hear every step clicking on the stone.
One of those things. I think it's scouting us out.
I look around for a rock.
Okay. Roll roll investigation. Sure. Or perception, I guess, is probably better.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, Mac, what did you have going on?
I was going to pour some of the ashes onto the pedestal. Not all of them. I'm just trying to just a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much is inside of there or if it pours, but I'm trying.
Okay. As you start to pour some of it onto that broken statue, it has this green glow to it, and as soon as it touches the statue, it stops glowing, and just it's almost just like regular ash.
I stopped pouring it out.
Okay. Echo, what'd you roll?
21 if it's perception, 19 if it's investigation.
Yeah, you find a nice looking rock.
How far away is this thing?
The rock? It's like
No, not the rock.
I know. It's probably about 60 feet away.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna hold it, and basically once it gets to let's say about 20 feet, I'm gonna pelt it with a rock.
Okay. Sounds good.
Did Echo tell us that he saw it?
Yes.
Specifically, I said, one of those things. I think it's scouting us out.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is it from Echo right now, give or take? I guess
About
I would know
60
that.
feet.
Never mind. Okay.
You could try pouring some of that thing on the middle. See what happens. While that's happening, Vale actually just sees if he could like wrap his free hand around the head of it and just see if it like is movable, if he like uses his weight, and if he's not trying to pull it down fully, but just to see if he has enough weight to move it.
To move what?
So like I imagine his right hand is stuck inside this mouth, right? So he just kind of like hops up and like wraps his arm around the head, his free arm, and then just sees if he's like strong enough and or has enough weight to physically move the statue if need be.
Roll a strength check. Or an athletics check if you have a proficiency in athletics. Otherwise, strength is fine.
$19?
You really feel like you gave it a good tug, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Like anyone else would be hard pressed to pull it harder than you just did.
So, in our player chat, I noticed faded statues. I'm actually not remembering if that's something you told me.
Yeah, in the room where you found the 102 gold pieces.
I mentioned those faded statues. Oh, okay.
Echo.
There's 2 statues in the other room. Maybe you can get it over here.
It stops. This creature just kind of like screeches a little bit and is standing at the base of the staircase, 20 feet away from you.
Echo says, yeah, I got it. And he throws the rock as hard as he can throw it.
All right, roll a regular attack.
Okay.
Dex attack. You could add your proficiency.
Would this weapon, would this rock be considered a monk weapon?
What is the deal with monk weapons? Why do you ask? Before I answer that question.
So, I believe it's any weapon that I have proficiency in, which is simple weapons. So I don't know if you would call this a simple weapon or an improvised weapon or what. Anything that I'm proficient in is considered a monk weapon, which means I can either use the damage die it is given or supplement my martial arts die if that's higher. So the idea being that because the monk is so adept, able to improvise at will, he can be as good as his martial arts.
Let me ask you this question. Son of a gun. Do you think it would be a monk weapon?
That's a tough one because darts, yes, and it's a rock. So it's basically, would he be good at throwing rocks? I guess that is kind of an echo question. Yeah, that's true. That's an echo question.
Does Echo like to skip rocks?
He probably would if he lived close enough to the shore. I don't think Baseus Teal.
Oh yeah, it does.
That's close enough to the shore? That's right by the shore?
It's a
nothing
port,
else. There'd be.
It's a port town.
He probably would.
All right, then yes, it's a monk weapon.
Okay, hooray! Then here I
Hooray.
go. Oh, that's an natural 20. there's my air nomads symbol. Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna hit him with the rock really hard. Let's see how we do. If I get to add my dex to it, then that would be 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah, so the rock just smashes into it. Oh no, what's going on? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Voice mod is doing things. So the rock just smashes right into the side of its face, and you just hear a I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop with that. I need to find a way to make it not make that noise. But you hear that just screech echo through the cavern, as it takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is it still standing?
It is.
Am I able to follow up with something? Like the type of thing I'd be able to do in a turn? Because this is technically outside of initiative, so I don't know how you would handle that. But
I'll say this: it is not moving any closer towards you. Staying exactly where it is.
so
You
that
wanna
being the case,
jump
I think
down.
Echo is going to like he throws that rock and then takes like a step forward and is like reeling back to maybe hit it, and then kind of realize that it's not approaching. It stopped.
Well, okay. If it's not gonna come any closer, I guess we have a little bit of time to figure this out.
Vale just says, I will have Isla watch it, and I will let you know if anything changes. Perhaps we can get
Can
one
I-
of those statues over here.
And I'm holding my candle aloft so I can see.
Well, Echo's walking in that direction. Melly's just gonna put her hand on the flat part of the statue where Mac had poured out the green stuff and see if it needs to be touched by someone to activate it. You're muted.
Nothing seems to be happening.
I'm gonna kind of like drip a little bit of wax on top of the statue's head and stick the candle on it, and then so that way I can still see. And then I'm gonna try to pick one of these statues up, and hopefully I don't break my back.
In that far room,
Yep.
make a strength check. Or athletics if you're proficient in it.
That is an 8.
You can't do it. It does not budge, not even a little bit.
Melee.
Yep, I'm
Hell
right
yeah.
here.
Oh, there you are. Let's see if we can try to lift this thing together. I wasn't able to budge it at all myself.
Okay. They're definitely creepier without the glowing green, which is weird. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna try and lift that statue. Or
Alright.
move, like, I don't know, I don't know if we necessarily need to lift it, but can we, like, try and drag it, maybe?
You could try. Yeah, roll strength, both of you.
That's a 5.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I rolled a 4.
Yeah. That thing is not moving anywhere.
Okay. I don't know what we're gonna do.
All right. With that, let's take a quick break because I gotta pee. So you had just failed in attempting to move that little half a statue. And Echo, are you still on the bottom of this thing with Isla?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one, huh?
You notice as more and more of these little guys start to pop up all around you, but they're not even touching the steps.
So, I was going to ask, are they trying at all to touch the steps? Or are they just standing outside of it?
They're standing outside of it, as if they walked up to the stairs and roll insight, actually.
So that was going to be my other question, is what is their demeanor like at the stair? Like, are they just kind of sitting curiously, or are they like a little antsy? But let's see what insight shows.
Yeah.
That is insight. Oh no, I'm good at insight. That's right. Okay. It's still only a 10.
Okay.
I think Vale would be able to, because he's also watching
Yeah, that's true.
through Isla.
Why don't you roll for Isla?
But I'm saying he's actually watching through her.
Okay, so you could roll then.
Yeah. 19?
Yeah. I think both of you would probably pick this up. It's almost like they know not to go any further.
Like a trained animal, basically.
Exactly.
Like a trained animal who got burned on the stove when they started poking their nose up there.
Yeah, like, you know, the invisible electric fences that some people use for their animals, like they walk up to the edge and not any further because they know they're going to get the little vibration if they go past it. It's almost like that. It's at the bottom of the steps, you just hear them.
Vale, you see that right?
I do. I can see through Isla right now. I promise to tell you if something happens. I don't think
I'm
they're
not
coming
leaving.
any closer right now.
Unless they need me, I'm not leaving.
Enter Mac. We need you.
I'm gonna bring the urn back over to the pedestal. I'm gonna set it on top of the pedestal, and then I'm gonna reach into the urn and touch the green stuff.
Nothing appears to be happening.
I just feel the green dust.
You just feel the green dust as it kind of falls through your fingers like sand. Some of it almost feels like it sticks for a second too.
All right. I carry it over to the quadrant that wasn't lit up, and I start to sprinkle some of it onto that quadrant.
As it falls and touches the ground, it loses the glow.
All right, then I stop sprinkling it.
Vale just periodically tests if he can remove his hand.
It's stuck in there.
Yep.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is the opening to the bag of holding wide enough that I could get it around the top of one of the statues?
I don't think so, but let's just see real quick if we have exact dimensions. If I was deciding it, I would say no, but I want to see how big the top of a bag of holding actually is. So let's see. Yeah, roughly 2 feet in diameter. So I'd say probably not. No, you wouldn't be able to because the horns pop out too much. So like you would be able to like kinda sorta, but not really. Like you would be at risk of tearing the bag.
Okay. Melly's gonna try and move the one that her and Mac didn't try to move to see if it's any lighter. Is she allowed to do that? I know we already tried. Well, technically it was twice. Once with Mac by himself and then the two of us.
She's not allowed to try to do that. Sorry.
Oh, man.
You have to wait for the A button to appear on the screen, and it's just not showing up. So, yeah, you could try.
Okay. It's a 13.
It's not going anywhere.
I guess we'll have to bring him all his meals here. She'll walk back into the other room. Have we made any more progress in here?
I'm afraid not, and our audience is growing.
Great.
Have you not been
will
able to move the
say-
statue at all? Does it budge a little bit?
It didn't budge when both me and Melly tried to move the one.
What if you grabbed it from the top and just pulled as if to knock it over? So there were barrels in there, in that room too. I was wondering if you could somehow tip it over onto one of them and maybe roll it. Get a rope around its head, something?
Even if we could do that, I don't know.
Mac, didn't you say something about a slot in one of the, well, what were they? The caskets in the other room?
Yes, in one of the caskets in the far room.
We haven't found anything that might fit in a slot?
Not that I have seen.
I have a key in my pocket here.
Was it that kind of a slot?
It wasn't like a keyhole or anything. It was more of like a little catch of sorts, like kind of. I don't want to call it like a bowl, but maybe like kind of sort of similar, something like that.
I guess so. I'm assuming Vale at this point would have described it like that. As some
Max
sort
saw
of
it
a-
better than I did. I just had the key.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of sort of bowl shaped to where it was kind of like a slot like that, but I don't know what would go in there. We haven't seen anything that would appear to go in there.
Well, I could always try some of the ashes from the urn. All I know is that that stuff is glowing green, and these statues have a green glow coming from inside them, so I think we all know it has something to do with that. And, well, two halflings and an admittedly very strong lady are probably not going to be able to move one of those statues. So, unless we're completely out of luck, I think we have to start thinking a little outside inside the box.
would just start looking for things, some debris, perhaps, that could possibly help you transport this.
I'm going to try to put some of the ashes, I don't know how many ashes there's left, but into the bowl. Like into the slot.
I'd say it's probably like half to 3/4 full, like the urn,
Okay.
because as soon as you saw it was discolored when it hit the ground. I think you were stopping.
Yes.
As you begin to pour the ashes into this casket, it is glowing green as it showers down into this bowl. I guess we're calling it a bowl because I can't think of anything else. It stays glowing as it lands in there. How much of that are you putting in there?
If it stays glowing, does the size of the urn make me feel like that I could fill up that slot? Or does it seem like there would not be enough in there to like fill it up?
As you start like pouring it and seeing how it's filling up and how much is going in there and how much is left, you think it would at least be very close, if nothing else.
I'm gonna try to fill it up.
Okay. Yeah, so you empty the whole urn out, and the catcher inside this casket appears to be very close to full. You wait a moment. Nothing seems to be happening. And then that big section on like the nose of all these statues that are all the caskets that is glowing starts to glow green. And all of the same sections of the other statue or the other caskets throughout the room that were glowing are now glowing in this broken one. And it almost looks as though there's like a green spectral, almost like repair that is happening to it. All of the broken parts are now replaced by just this green, almost translucent light that is mirroring the rest of it. So you would still be able to reach through and move everything and pour more and all that kind of stuff if you had more to pour. But it looks as though it is a complete casket. Just some of it is the stone and the rest of it is this green light show. Melly and Vale, you guys are still in that main room, right? Obviously Vale is. Melly, you're still.
I was like, that's just me and Josh.
I mean, did you leave your arm behind?
Yeah, Melly would still be in there.
Okay. You and Vale see that the broken statue on that bottom left section, it begins to light up with this green glow to it. And it's almost as if like the best way I could describe it is like a green hologram of a complete statue that matches all the other ones in the room.
Ooh. Actually, Vale doesn't. Vale's looking at the other things through Isla.
Yeah,
so
through
it's
Isla.
just Melly.
Yeah.
Just Melly.
So Melly, you see that?
Is the corresponding part of the engraving also glowing?
No. It is not.
So just out of curiosity, do you say anything that this is happening?
Yeah. I was thinking about what Melly was gonna say though.
She's like, that's weird. Let's fight these things.
Oh,
So good.
How peculiar. Anyways, Mac, get in here. Come look at this.
Oh wow. I go, well. I was like, can you reach your mage hand from over there? Or no?
Val is using his mage hand in the other one.
Oh, it's still in the other one? I was so
Well,
I
it
go,
lasts a
well,
minute, actually, so that's probably not. It's probably gone at this point. It has 30-foot range, so no.
Okay. Well, there's only one thing to do now in this situation, and I put my arm into the hologram mouth and see if anything happens.
It's too short. It doesn't reach. No, just kidding.
I mean, you're on your tiptoes, but you're able to reach in and you find this this core inside, and you're able to grab onto it. And the same thing with what I mentioned about Vale is with there's like a tingling, like almost like a static sensation in your hand as it latches onto this, and the spectral mouth closes on you. And although there's nothing solid, there appears to be nothing solid there, it still has a hold on your arm, and you're not able to move your arm out. And that bottom left section lights up green.
Val casts mage hand and does the top right again.
Top right section lights up green.
Good.
Before we do the last thing, when we finish this, the protection that is in here may release, and those things might charge us, just to be aware.
Well, then our halfling monk friend will have to protect us, won't he?
I certainly will.
And he rolls up his sleeves,
Actually, Val
and
says,
just shakes off the dust.
Echo, come here for one moment, actually. I would go there if I could, but I can't. Must
I
be
think a
my
little
friend.
bit annoyed he will do that, yes. So he'll shuffle back while trying to keep an eye as long as possible, even at one point, like when he gets to this corner, kind of stretching his head to see him.
Vale will cast protection from good and evil on him.
Oh.
It just says, I can help somehow, maybe. Here you are.
Thank you, friend.
And he'll shuffle back to where he was. Now, if you could just remind me of what protection from good and evil does.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
been a while.
Mm-hmm. A concentration spell, but it says until the spell ends, a willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, and I don't know if it'll qualify or not, but aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. I feel like there's a good chance they might qualify, but I also don't know. But that just basically means if someone attacks you, one of those things attacks you, they have disadvantage on the attack. You also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
If that happens, so.
All right.
It's something.
So, I guess we're ready for this last one. Can the plan be that when this happens, as soon as we all can, run into the other room, so that way we don't have to fight all the things that are out there?
That sounds good to me. They might follow, but I don't know.
All right. Here we go. Meliel, reach in. Oh gosh.
Did that
there's
thing move
more.
already?
There's more of them. All right. Yeah, Meliel's gonna reach in and grab the stone.
Okay. As Melly reaches in, grabs the stone, you feel the tingling sensation in your hand as it becomes like glued to this stone inside. The mouth closes on your arm. Everything goes dark for a moment, and you hear a as the light that top right corner lights up, and then the lights kind of go back to their lightning dancing around the floors. The top wall door slides apart and opens, and Mac's spectral statue dissipates, and the other three, the mouths open up, and you feel a release. And the top door is open.
All right, Melly's gonna walk through the top door, because that was the plan. I don't know if everyone heard it or agreed to it, but Melly's up there.
Echo is shuffling back, while maintaining facing that direction where the creatures are. And
I would.
he
go to
actually,
the door
without,
also.
he actually whistles to Isla as well. Without thinking about it. Just. I don't know if she responds, but.
I don't know if she responds either. Jake, you muted.
I'm like, guys, I'm saying what she does. I don't understand.
It's like you can't hear me or something.
Yeah. She just flutters over to Echo and just follows him. The map was also slow to respond, so I was trying to show that, but I couldn't. But yes, I will go in there.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, so as you walk through, there's like a hallway that's about 5 feet wide, and walls, really straight in front of you. There's just a long wall. There's a hallway going left and right.
At this point, Vale would just start looking to the right. I think there's not much place to go.
Yeah, it appears to, as you walk towards the right, it appears to open up towards the top. Evan just got the name of the map.
Melly's looking on the left side.
Yeah, on the left side, very similar. The wall goes, there's a wall on that far left side and opens up to the top, and it looks like there's a corner. You could go around and look through if you want.
I don't think Vale would know that she left. I think he would be too busy being that guy and going too.
I think we should probably stay together.
All right. He would take another look around here though before he turned and complied. Curiosity killed the elf. Is that the?
That is what they say, isn't it?
Yeah. He just comes back. You almost bump into each other, I think. It's like, oh,
Well, because I see Melly is coming back this way towards us, and since I hadn't seen you yet,
Yeah.
I started going that direction.
No,
That way
he
we were
lingered
still
a moment
together.
longer, but he came back. This seems like some kind of maze of some sort. I don't know.
Ugh, labyrinth, my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of turning corridors, it seems.
Hmm.
Have the have the creatures followed us?
It does not seem so. So I suppose whatever protective magic is still up.
Well, thanks for small miracles at least. Unless whatever in here is more dangerous and it's not magic
Yeah.
keeping them away.
Maybe a little of column A, a little of column B, perhaps. Well, either direction's as good as any if you ask me, so.
Yeah, I just think that we should stay together as a group in a type of situation like this.
Hmm.
Do you have a direction you want to go?
I don't, but I'm wondering if we should try to track where we're going somehow. Also,
Crumbs.
we could go one way, and if you wanted to, you could send Isla the other way. And we could kind of explore
That's true, we could.
twice as much ground.
Yes, I can only share her vision within 100 feet, but that certainly is worth a try.
Do we have like a piece of paper or parchment or
Vale's
something?
definitely got some.
And like, okay, great.
Do you have
Um,
charcoal?
He's got a forgery kit, so he's got lots of stuff available.
I think there was probably charcoal and at least in the
Mage bag?
box in the utility closet. I don't know if I mentioned it, but you probably found charcoal in there too if you don't have any already.
Yeah, I think there was ingredients for another Find Familiar spell, if I remember. But, yeah, so.
If someone wouldn't mind just me borrowing a piece of writing paper and a utensil, I'm gonna try and draw as we go, kind of keep track of what we have seen, and if we get lost, it might be helpful to know which way we need to turn left and right or go straight.
Yeah, Vale takes out his forgery kit and just gives you a few sheets of paper and it's a quill and ink. Or charcoal, if you want to use that instead.
Yeah, Miley will probably take the charcoal, just because I think the quill and ink is a little cumbersome to work with while you're walking.
He also has a blow pen too.
Oh my gosh. I was just transported back to being like 8. I forgot those existed.
I actually think I might leave Isla here to watch and see if those things come after us.
As you kind of like look around this room, you see the walls go up about 10 or 12 feet, something like that. And there's that kind of like electric green glow just dancing throughout the walls, and it's also dancing above you.
So the ceilings and the wall is attached?
Ceiling, the walls.
The way you said that made me wonder.
So the walls of this maze labyrinth thing, they only go up like 12 feet or so. The ceiling is higher than that. You can't really tell exactly how high, but there is this green glow that it's kind of lighting up the area that's coming from it.
Okay, I'm gonna just have Isla fly up and see if she can find out then. What happens?
Okay. as Isla goes up, she is able to give you a little bit of a there it is. All right, she's able to give you a little bit of a bird's eye view, I suppose. Huh?
I just laughed because that was good.
But as she reaches that spot, right above the wall, you see like the green that was kind of like dancing around just kind of all focuses in one point right on her. And what is Isla's AC? Well, actually, I guess that doesn't matter.
It's not great.
have Isla roll a con save.
Okay. 4.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
She takes 10 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, she's got 1 hit point.
Or,
So
excuse me, not radiant damage, necrotic damage.
she's got 1 hit point. So
Yeah,
took
she
10
just-
times her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elle just goes, oh.
Well, can't say that gets easier to watch. You can do that again, right?
Yes,
You can bring her back.
I think I have enough for 1 more. I don't know exactly if I've categorized it or learned however many I have left, Josh, at this point. But
You probably have enough for like 1 more.
okay, it'll take an hour,
gods.
so I don't think that's practical right now.
No.
But I did get a little bit of a view.
Maybe you could add to Melly's drawing?
Yes, let's see. And I just try to work with what she's gotten and show her. And
What Melly has drawn so far is a little cow head. And that, and that first hallway.
well done. Yeah. So he just helps fill in the blanks there. I think maybe. I don't know. I think I like the direction I started, but I don't think it matters.
I say let's go this way. And I motion toward the way that Vale had been going.
Okay.
All right, then.
Worst, it's a dead end and we have to go back, but I feel like there's really no way to know, and we just kind of have to set out.
Yeah, Vale would come up here, I think, and just see what he see around its corner. Is that a wall right there? I couldn't tell. Or it goes straight. Does it continue straight up?
It continues up to a wall, and then it also goes towards the left as well.
Okay.
As we're going through, Melly's gonna write down. So like they came in, they made a right, and then they went like straight from where the symbol is, and that's how she's gonna keep a separate set of directions. That way, if they're trying to get back, they can kind of figure out, okay, left, right, straight, and also be drawing the corridors.
Mm-hmm. Vale's like, I'm kind of making this up as I go, so follow if you want. If not, I understand. He just moves forward.
I'm just following him, but keeping just like enough space to where I'm not like right up on him, unless of course he disappears out of view, and then I'll,
Yeah.
What's your passive perception, Vale?
14.
Okay. So as you step past this corridor, you feel the stone beneath your foot kind of sink in a little bit with a.
Bill just holds his arm up like mom car protection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mom bar.
Mom bar, yeah.
And as
Just
you
wait.
do that, you just kind of.
I disappear.
And you don't see Vale in front of you currently.
Do I see them?
I'm gonna let them react first before.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. Well, yeah.
Yep, you do you.
Did we hear that?
Fail. Is there any response?
There is no response.
Mac?
Did I hear or notice the step that he took? Like that he stepped on something and that it went down?
Well, you definitely saw him take a step forward. You heard something, saw him lift his hand up, and as he lifted his hand, like to try to motion for you to stop, you kind of just.
Well, I think there might be some traps in this maze. I have no clue where he just went, but he didn't fall. I would think it would have to be some sort of magical trap that he's either disintegrated, which I don't see any dust, or he was transported somewhere.
Okay. Sure. No reason to panic about this, right?
What kind of light is there here? Is it relatively well lit where we would be able to see normal? I mean, obviously, it's not like a sunny day out, but
Yeah, exactly. It's not a sunny day, but there's enough light that you could pretty much see everything around you.
okay. I was like, Melly, can you just put an X in this spot on the map for not this way? And I'm gonna start going this way. I guess I'm leading the group now. I really don't like this, but I mean, what am I gonna do?
I feel like Echo and probably Melly are both just their like jaw dropped. Like we're just
How do you think I feel? I just saw him disappear.
Yeah, I guess.
Vale? Melly's gonna start yelling for him.
No, don't.
Oh, nope.
Please don't yell.
It's too late. She yelled out his name.
Okay.
So I guess we'll listen to hear if we hear anything.
Dude, I see that I'm on the map, but
You just hear this
Vale.
as it echoes through.
okay. Can I?
And Vale, you kind of just pop up somewhere else.
Yeah, I have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Vale at this point he heard Melly. Can he tell direction? I know it's very echoey in this chamber, so I don't.
It's very echoey. That's probably going to be a survival check, I think, because it's kind of like tracking.
Yeah.
I'm going to say at disadvantage because like the sound is bouncing big time.
Sure. The low roll was a 15. Survival +1, so a 16 actually.
Okay.
Not terrible.
You're not sure exactly where it's coming from. You could hear it. You think it's probably coming from the right side.
Okay.
But you're not entirely like you're not super confident in that because just the way the sound traveled, you're like, I think maybe it was this way, but I don't know.
Vale just looks in that direction, takes out his copper wire, and casts a message, hopefully targeting Melly, and says, "I'm still here. I heard that, but don't make any loud noises." And if there is room above, it says it can go around corners and stuff, so I think it works.
I'll say it works.
Yeah.
I don't. That's yeah. It works.
But only Melly heard that.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're okay. All right. No more yelling. Where are you?
He casts message again. I have no idea, but apparently I'm within 100+ feet of you. Otherwise you would not hear me.
Okay. What? Can you tell us what happened?
I just stepped on something. The floor pushed down a little bit. Put my hand up, and then I was gone.
Vale.
Did I hear that again? No. Okay.
It was coming back.
I was like,
echo was
whoa.
coming back is what happened.
It's like, that would be real creepy if you're doing something to me. You're good. I'm just trying to think for a moment. Okay, using... There's a...
Oh no.
Does everybody hear that?
Oh, hells.
All right. Want you to stick together? And just be safe. I don't know what to say right now. Vale just takes a step. Well, he does this. And then tries to step back here and see if it, like... Maybe he'll go back. Nope.
No,
Okay.
nothing. It's just a wall, just a floor. There's
Trying to
nothing.
think if he can, if he knows the general direction they're in, if he can kind of figure out roughly where he is in relation to them. Because he knows where the door is. So between their location, the door's location, and his location, I'm feeling like he might have somewhat of an idea, and it's not that big of a jump.
Okay.
But he still doesn't know.
So how about this? I'm not going to give you any hints, but you react the way you go the direction you think Vale would think to go, and I'm not going to say it's metagaming if you go the correct direction.
But that's the kicker, right? What would Vale do right now?
Melly at some point would have definitely communicated to Vale to try and stay where he is, because he's alone, but they're together, so it's easier if he stays in one spot for us to find him. Whether Vale listens, I don't know.
Vale definitely has his shield out at this point, especially after that sound. I think if we both tried to head towards the door, we would meet up, but I don't know that for sure.
What if we activated what you activated again?
It's worth a shot. At that point, Vale just actually steps up a space, so just in case you get bumped into.
Mac Echo, what do you think of us trying to use the trap that Vale set off for all of us to get together in one spot again?
We don't even know.
This
what
is the first
happened
thing
to
we're
him.
hearing you say.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even know that Bill's alive at the moment. So.
You just see her like just talking to herself, kind of like.
Just kind of.
I mean, maybe he's trying to use a spell to bring him back. I don't know.
So Vale is okay then.
Right, yes, okay. Vale is okay. He is somewhere in here within however far away message works. He could be on the other side of the wall. We have no idea, but he was teleported to a different spot in the maze. And I was thinking if we trigger the same trap that he triggered, then we might all be able to teleport to the same spot. And then it's not a matter of us finding each other. We'll all just be together. We can continue to explore from wherever Vale is right now.
What
Well,
makes me worried about that is that this is a maze. And if the goal is to separate us, it may just randomly teleport us somewhere in the maze and not always the same location. Do we want to take the chance of this splintering us apart even more?
Well, I can say this: if I were to try, I could still speak to you within 30 feet. I can, assuming I'm not too far. But you make a fair point, Mac. We don't really know, if you want to call them rules.
I mean, it just obviously this is something made to disorient and throw people off from getting to wherever this takes us. But that's what I would worry about something in this magical type of a situation, is that it's not going to always bring you to the same location.
What
Did
if
you
we
see? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
all... Oh, that's okay. I was just thinking, what if we all stepped on it at the same time?
It may be worth trying. Mac, do you see anything? Can you tell? Is anything different about this tile than the rest? This way, if there's any more, we can.
Can I would like to see if I can tell that this tile is quote unquote trapped or pressure set plated, sensitive. You're muted.
Roll investigation.
That is a 10.
I mean, you can kind of see that there's some sort of pressure plate, but you don't really know anything about how it works and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I can tell it's a trapped, like there's a pressure plate on the tile, but I couldn't tell you if it'll reactivate if we step on it, or what exactly it's designed to do.
Vale, you stop that right now.
You don't know that.
Let Vale do Vale thing.
Actually, at that moment, Melly just hears Vale say, "I'm going to try to get to the door."
Okay. We haven't figured out what we're going to do on this side yet. So this
And I'll
is
find
great.
you.
Okay.
Now this is the kicker here.
Okay, so Vale is moving. If he can get back to the door, then he could find us. I mean, we're not that far from where we started.
Oh hell. Okay.
Just rolled my own intelligence check to see which way I would go.
Well, then, should we go back to the door? That way, if he does make it, he can find us? Because we do know, based on your map, you know how to get back.
I guess this seems like it's just a terrible idea. I don't like this place. This is not pleasant. Melly will lead the way back to the door. Can she get there using the map that she drew without any issues?
I'll say yes, you could get there without any issues.
Come on, guys. Follow me.
We do we hear have we heard that clicking noise anymore as
You
we
heard it.
approach the door?
You heard it the one time, and you have not heard it since. Vale, as you
I was just like, oh.
as you walk towards the left, you come to some sort of opening, like some sort of room.
Vale takes out the copper wire and just turns in the direction, hoping to find Melly again. I'm not entirely sure. I definitely found something different, so I found some kind of a room, actually. I'm going to go in and take a quick look. That's just me laughing, not Vale.
Does Melly hear the message?
It's 120 foot range.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to be looking in her direction?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I think you'd probably.
I think that one would work.
Yeah, you'd hear it. That's fine.
Okay. Do you know where? Did you find?
I think I'm in the spot where there's all those twists and turns. I know that helps a lot. And he's just looking at what's in the room right now.
Yeah, as you look across the room, there's like it almost looks like a study, and there's a large one of those stone-looking things, like those statues, same that you saw in the room before, glowing with an open book and candles that are lit, but it does not look like the wax has like melted. Like you have no idea how long these candles have been lit for, but they were lit when you entered the room.
Okay. Vale just turns to cast message again and says, honestly, if you just head the other direction, I think it'll be somewhat easy to find me. I think.
Okay.
And he just walks over to see if he can read the book that's open.
Okay.
Is that up here?
Yeah, that's like right straight up top. As
right.
you
Oh, sorry.
as you begin to like look at the pages and put your hand on it, you hear like almost as if it's being read aloud to you. The labyrinth was created to protect something of great value. There are the lost who wander the corridors endlessly. The fear and anxiety haunting them, changing them. They are doomed to wander until the end of time.
And is this on the pages? And like he read it and heard it, or just heard it?
As you like touch the paper,
Yeah.
you hear that, and the words, the ink on the pages fade away after you hear it.
So now the pages are
And
blank.
Now the pages are blank.
Oh boy.
And we're gonna pick up there next week. You asked me to go to 10:15. We went to 10:18.
I did. I wanted to go late because we started late. Well, dang.
Yeah, so you guys have stepped into some stuff.
Yeah.
The close call for a second.
I like having both arms. I'm not gonna lie. That was scary.
But so, how do you think everyone's feeling right now? Little stress, a little anxiety, or maybe Melly?
I think Melly feels how Mac felt when everyone wanted to go into the church, and he was like, "This is a terrible idea." That's how she feels. Well, Vale's like, I feel like Vale's like a kid in a candy shop right now, like being able to do whatever he wants. And
That's
just
definitely not what he's feeling. But I can understand why others would think that's what he's feeling.
Yeah. Don't like this.
I mean, as a D&D game, I love this. but yeah, this stress for a
map is
character.
super cool. As soon as I found this map on their Patreon, I was like, all right, yeah, we're gonna use that.
Was this the same artist that did the Hag Hut?
This was the same artist that did the Hag Hut, and then also the if our Christmas one shot, they did the little crash site.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's up on our YouTube if anyone's interested. That was fun.
Yeah, they do some really good work. It's my only complaint is that there's too much detail sometimes where I don't want there to be a chest. You guys are like, is that a chest right there? Are those footprints by the which
I mean, you can just say no.
Yeah,
I can't.
Of course.
It's a garbage can, not a chest.
Yeah, it's by all means not a flaw. It's incredible that they have that, and I think they also have like their own little like story type things that they have that you could run for some of their maps.
That's
which
really
is
cool.
really interesting. So definitely check out their Patreon. It's not even that expensive. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us this week. If this is your first time here, we hope you had a great time. We're happy to have you. You can catch up on past episodes on Spotify, and you could also catch up. Just use command JnJ, go to our YouTube, and we have a little playlist there of all the things. So that's youtube.com/JnJ Tabletop. Remember that this week, Wednesday, Jake and I will be releasing a video on the YouTube, and Evan Monday possibly for the stream.
Yes, it should be, I believe, Monday or Wednesday. Yeah, Monday or Wednesday should be another episode of the Undertale voice acted pacifist playthrough.
Hell yeah,
which has been a lot of fun.
So check out at It's Evbo on Twitter, and just double check just to see when he's doing the things. But also just go to his Twitch on Monday and Wednesday just to double check too if you don't see the tweet. So my friends, thank you all for showing up today and hanging out. We appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe, twitch.tv/JnJ Tabletop, youtube.com/JnJ Tabletop, twitch.tv/It's Evbo, and of course Rare Drop as well. So hope to see you soon. Stay safe, be kind to each other, have a great day, enjoy your week.